Fans of the Hellboy series have been yearning for a third film. Actor Ron Perlman has continued to discuss the project whenever given the opportunity. In a recent interview with Empire magazine, the actor gave away some of the major plot details for a third film if it were to ever come to pass, including the role of the twins Hellboy and Liz found out they were having at the end of Hellboy 2. Perlman said the following: Guillermo told me what the resolve of the trilogy would look like in broad strokes, and it's such an amazingly theatrical cinematic idea that I found it essential that we do it. Holy S, he's the beast of the apocalypse. He has to take down civilization. He has to. It's non-negotiable. That's the foundation for the story, and that's why I think it would be a shame if we don't do it. The two twins, one would look like the mom and one would look like the dad, and one of them was going to be completely effing corrupt, the other one angelic. Which one was which? Only Guillermo would make the effed up looking one be the angel. So then that adds to the saga. Schnepp, do these comments increase or decrease your desire to see a Hellboy 3?
I don't know if anyone's ever told Ron Perlman about spoilers. Spoilers, Perlman. It's when you ruin the entire film before it comes out. Actually, it's been ruined for years because if you read the comics, you would know what that Hellboy is, the bringer of the apocalypse, and he grows the horns out. And basically, I mean, I think what Perlman's doing is trying to at least raise up some kind of fervor to like, hey, can we see the end of this trilogy? Like, it would be cool in my eyes to see the end of the Hellboy trilogy done cinematically. I just know that they're asking for so much money. It's like $200 million or something, and the movie so far didn't do that box office wise. So even with the sales of DVD when Hellboy 2 came out, now nobody's buying that. So it's a different marketplace. I don't know how they'd raise the money. I'd love to see it. So I'm with Perlman for like wanting to like put out a little more information on it and get people kind of re-excited about the idea of Hellboy 2. I don't know if it's ever going to happen though.
Yeah, I think the comments make me a little bit more excited for the idea of a Hellboy, because that sounds cool. That's kind of the kind of stuff we've been expecting to see, wanting to see, all that kind of stuff. But the realities are exactly what you pointed out. What they want to make those movies does not financially make sense for studio. I remember, I think it was about a year ago, it was like the chief over at Legendary Pictures, there was this report came out that he had met with Guillermo del Toro and they talked a little bit about Hellboy. And like, basically I'm paraphrasing, the conversation went like this: Guillermo, I'm the Legendary guy, you're so fantastic. We love working with you, making movies with you.
I've got the designs ready for Hellboy 3. Do you want to see my book?
Yes, but how much is it going to cost?
$200 million. But
you know what? You're an awesome filmmaker.
Can you look at this?
We love working with you.
I know, but look at the design of the creature that I have. This is part of the $50 million
Wow, your
set
imagination is so great. Isn't that wonderful?
I do, yes.
That'll look great on a bookshelf somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But certainly not with my $200 million.
What about Pacific Rim 2?
Yes, Pacific Rim 2. We can do that.
One.
That's pretty much the conversation, is that the studios, and understandably so. This isn't one of those things, why won't the studios just do? Because it's going to lose them their shirts, and they know it. I think if Guillermo del Toro was able to come, we've said this before, was able to come to Legendary or another studio and say, here's my design for Hellboy 3. We can make this for $105 million. I think he's going to get bites. But, Guillermo del Toro, he's moving forward his career. He wants to think bigger and grander. And I don't think any of us can fault him for that. Just in the same way that I don't think any of us can fault a studio for saying, we don't think this is a sound financial investment. We don't think we can get our money back or make money on this. So no. So I see it as a no fault situation, but I still just can't see a reality in which a Hellboy works. Anyway,
all right, then I'll take on the role of Guillermo's agent. Guillermo, babe, love you to death. Legendary was blown away. They suggested Kickstarter. What do you think? But you know what? When I read that, that got $20 from my pocket, because now I'm more intrigued than I was before. I liked the first two Hellboy movies. I didn't run out of the theater like, that's the greatest thing ever. But the imagination that was on display in those two movies made me want to go back to that world to some degree. Reading this furthered that for me, and I understand what you're saying about giving away spoilers, but if that was the premise of the new movie going in, like if you see a trailer for Hellboy 3 and it's set up that this is the bringer of the apocalypse, we have these two twins that are going back and forth, I want to see that movie. Can it actually happen? I don't know the international draw that Hellboy is. Like, I'm not sure if it's like a Terminator Genesis situation where it does okay here, but then it really pulls in money overseas. So I don't
think it did.
I don't know, because it's not that known of a property like a Terminator is. So I'd love to see it in some capacity. I just don't know that it's going to work.